seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's Anish. I'm joined with Drew, and today we have some Texans news. And so it was said on Sports 610 Radio, John McClain, who said that David Culley will be the Texans head coach for next season, and he also said that Tim Kelly will be fired after the next game on Monday. And before we start, it would mean the world if you would subscribe down below, so we can keep providing quality content. Without further ado, let's get back to the video. So before I start, it's John McClain, and he's been wrong many times in the past, specifically with Deshaun Watson, what's going to happen with him. He said that he has a better chance of becoming head coach, but then Deshaun Watson being traded. I guess it hasn't come true yet, but he's been wrong many times in the past, so take his words with a lot of grain of salt. In fact, the opposite might be true, but I definitely think that Tim Kelly should be gone after the season. There's been so many reasons why he deserves to be fired. Um, First of all, the Texans' offense is rated the worst in the NFL by many websites. Specifically, if I had to go into the details, we're last in yards, 30th ranked in touchdowns scored, 30th ranked in points scored, last in first downs, 31st in rush yards, 30th in pass yards. We've been scoreless in 2 games, and 7 out of the 16 games we played were under 10 points, and 5 of those were under 7 points. We were 28th in red zone touchdown completion percentage, 4th most in running it up the middle, and then a huge discrepancy in running it to the outside, which were 28th. And so there's like a lack of creativity there. It's not balanced at all. It's very predictable play calling for as far as running the ball. And we're also 30th in deep pass attempts. So we're very limited in terms of attacking the field, very conservative play calling. And this has been something that we've been saying, like very Bill O'Brien like tendencies, run, pass for the most part. It's so easy for the opposing teams to predict what we're gonna do, what kind of play we're trying to run. And he always tries to do wide receiver screens, and they never really work except for that one time. So Drew, what do you think about Tim Kelly? Do you think he should stay, or do you think he needs to go?
I think he should be gone, and I think he should have been gone for a long time. Let's take a look back at Tim Kelly's history. He was a graduate assistant at Penn State from 2012 to 2013, and I think if you could guess right now who the head coach at Penn State was, yeah, it was Bill O'Brien. He then went to the Houston Texans in 2014 and 2015 to be the offensive quality control coach under Bill O'Brien, who hired his old buddy from Penn State. He then, in 2017, got promoted tight ends coach. In 2019, he was promoted to the offensive coordinator. In 2020, he was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Now he's just the offensive coordinator under a new head coach after Bill O'Brien got fired. He was still there. And I believe the main reason was just so there's a little bit of a chance that they could keep Deshaun Watson, because Deshaun did like Tim Kelly a lot. They had a lot of success with him. But really, the scheme is very bad. Like you said, run, pass is exactly what he's been doing. And the Texans right now are last in rushing yards per attempt. And the Texans, of course, have been running the ball a lot. And they still are last in rushing yards per attempt. They're last in rushing yards per game. And they're also 23rd in passing attempts per game. So really, what's going on here? The Texans have struggled to move down the field. They've struggled to change things up. They have struggled to create a running game whatsoever, and this is not new. Last season, the reason why the Texans even went 4-12 was because they failed to create a running game. They failed to give Deshaun Watson help, and Tim Kelly has proven that he is not the guy. The only positive I have here about Tim Kelly is that we are 14th in third down conversions. But like you said, we are also last in first downs. So really, that statistic means absolutely nothing. We're also 8th in running the ball up the middle, which seemingly has not worked the past 2 seasons. So the fact that you're not able to change your scheme, not able to be creative, is a little pathetic to me. Tim Kelly should be gone. He should have been gone. And I can't wait to hear the news next Monday that he will be gone.
Yeah, you said it perfectly, man. I mean, and you could argue, like, hey, Tim Kelly does some things good, like the 14th and third down completion, so the play calling there is okay, seems to be okay. And then we're only 23rd in sacks allowed, which I thought would be higher, and like given our personnel. But you could probably credit some more James Campen for that. But honestly, like you can argue that talent-wise, Tim Kelly doesn't have very talented personnel with Mills, Terod, Cooks being the only really star talent, if you could say that, on the team, and so maybe like he does deserves a pass. But honestly, the offense was even terrible with Deshaun Watson. Like, uh, I know we had a bad defense as well, which kind of attributed to us having a 4-12 record. But still, like our offense was really hard to watch. Like Deshaun Watson was carrying the hell out of the offense. So Tim Kelly does not deserve a pass, in my opinion, and definitely needs to go. And there's another reason why he should be fired because we have someone who could be a good replacement in Pep Hamilton, who has coached guys like Justin Herbert, Andrew Luck, and others. So I feel like he could be a good replacement for OC and probably in case and so that we don't lose him as well because he could be highly sought after based on what been doing with Davis Mills, who has had some respectable games. And so so to keep Pep Hamilton, an incentive for that would be to hire him to OC. Do you have any thoughts on Pep Hamilton to OC, or do you have anyone in mind if we do fire Tim Kelly?
I'm gonna stick with exactly what you said. Kind of just want to keep Pep Hamilton on the staff at all costs. I wouldn't say it's a hot candidate for this year's head coaching jobs, but he definitely should be a hot candidate for any offensive coordinator position, assistant head coach, and then of course in 2023, I could definitely see him being a hot head coach candidate. And I feel like he's done a really good job with Davis Mills. I mean, Davis Mills is a third round rookie quarterback. And of course, Pep Hamilton, previously working at Stanford, did help a little bit, but he's had so much success with many other guys. I'm really impressed with what Pep Hamilton has done. And hopefully, he's already been giving a little bit of input to the offense. And I just want to give him the keys to the offense next season, see how he does. And hopefully, the offense improves.
Yeah, and as far as like David Culley saying maybe he deserves a pass just based on his relationships with the players seem to like him. So that could be one of the reasons. I mean, he is a pretty likable guy from what we've seen in his like as you see with the mic'd up, or he really tries to connect with the players. So maybe David Culley does deserve a pass, especially after a pretty hard year. This year, let maybe see how he does, but I honestly don't think he should stay. But I guess that's for another video. Another candidate we could think about is Joe Brady, who has been fired by the Panthers. Maybe he could look to kind of restart his NFL coaching career with another team. He could obviously he might be highly sought after as well by other teams who could make him even their head coach. But that could be another possibility as the Texans did also interview him last coaching cycle. So there could be a connection there. Either way, I wouldn't be mad. Both would probably be an upgrade over Tim Kelly. But yeah, definitely Tim Kelly needs to go. As far as Kelly's saying, it's whatever. Would rather see him gone, but it's fine. But do you have any like final thoughts before we wrap up the video?
Oh, yeah, just gonna add on to what you said about Joe Brady. Joe Brady is definitely a guy that I was kind of hopeful would be the Texans head coach over David Coley. He's a younger guy who's been credited by Sean Payton for creating the Taysom Hill package. As you know, Taysom Hill is the quarterback from BYU, was drafted as a guy who you don't really know what he's going to do. He then went to the Saints, played fullback, tight end, wide receiver, running back, and some quarterback too. And now he's kind of the starting quarterback for the Saints when healthy. But Sean Payton has credited Joe Brady with that. Joe Brady is a very talented coach, a very creative guy who could come up with a lot of things for this offense. And I feel like if you hire him as the offensive coordinator, maybe not even an offensive coordinator, just get him on the staff, he could possibly be the future head coach of the Texans, and that's something that would be very valuable. To just groom him, be the head coach in the future. I think that'd be really awesome.
And then I think another thing to add on his resume is just to see how the progress Joe Burrow has made and looking at Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, who are LSU wide receivers, them playing making historical seasons. Chase recently breaking Justin Jefferson's rookie record in yards. receiving yards, and so that's pretty remarkable. Obviously, some credit does go to the players, of course, by all means. But the fact that Joe Brady did play a role in developing them could be another like reason why he could be a promising candidate, and why he definitely deserves the chance, and definitely doesn't deserve the slander he could be receiving from other people saying that he's pretty overrated and like college people don't really work out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know your thoughts on these recent events. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.